Hi everyone, and welcome to this second video in Flash game design. In the first video we just looked at how to set up our game area for Pong, and we decided that we needed a player paddle, which is this one, a computer paddle, which is this one, a ball, which is of course here, and a score box, and here I've got my score boxes here. Okay. We also decided that for each of our game characters we're going to store them in the library. So those are my game characters. And we also looked at giving each character in the game an instance name. And that's in this box here in the properties panel. So this here is ball, and this is computer, and this is player. Okay? Now, don't worry if you don't understand that at the moment. Hopefully in today's lesson that will become a little bit clearer. Okay, so today what we're going to do, we're going to have an introduction to coding, and you will need to download the text file on the web page in order to do this. Or you could just type it. It's up to you how you do it. Okay. So let's make a new layer called Actions if you haven't done that already. And in that first frame of the Actions layer, well, we're going to open up the Actions window. Shortcut F9, that's useful. Let's see if that works. F9, boom, we got the Actions window. I'll just show it to you. I'll just drag this up. Can we drag this down? It's getting a bit messy. There we go. Here is the Actions menu, okay? And I'm just going to paste in that code on the web page. Now please don't worry if you don't understand the stuff that you're seeing here. It's, to be honest, even I don't understand some of this stuff, but some of it of course we have to understand. Now to start today I'm going to focus on this little character here, which is our ball character. And remember, I gave this ball an instance name of ball. And that is the name that I'm going to be using to mess around with this character using code or ActionScript 3. Okay? So back in the Actions layer, let's click into that. There's the code that we've got. I'm going to start my program by telling ball where to go. And I'll explain this in a moment. So I'm just going to include these two lines of code at the very start of my action script, and now I'm going to play my movie. Note, the ball, by the way, at the moment is here. But when I run my movie, suddenly the ball is up here. What? What is going on? Well, let me tell you what's going on. This is the game area. Here is our ball character. And when I said ball.x equals 0 and ball.y equals 0, and then when we ran the program, it forced the ball to go to this point up here. So this point up here of the game area is 0, 0. Where, let me just explain this a little bit more, where the first number denotes the x-axis coordinate and the second number denotes the y-axis coordinate. Now I'm sure that you've studied something about this in maths. So the x-axis is the horizontal axis. We're kind of talking about the width. And the y-axis is the vertical axis. Kind of relates to height. Okay? And in Flash, 0, 0 is a coordinate for the top left-hand corner of the game area. This is 0, 0. So I'm just going to go back to Flash for a minute, and I'm just going to look at some data about my document. My game area is 550 pixels wide by 400 pixels high. Now these are very important numbers for us to understand. My game area is 550 pixels wide and 400 pixels high. So that made me ask a question to myself. What is the coordinate of the center of the game area? What is the coordinate of the center point of my game area? Well, surely it's 550 divided by 2. It's the width divided by 2, which is the x coordinate, and it's the height divided by 2, which is the y coordinate. So I'm going to tell you that the midpoint of my game area is 550 divided by 2, which is 275, and the y coordinate is 400 divided by 2, which is 200. I bet you that coordinate tells us the center of this game area. In fact, let's go back to Flash. Ball X, the x coordinate of ball is going to be 275, and the y coordinate of ball is going to be 200. And if we run that, look what happens. The ball is placed into that coordinate position. The x coordinate is 275, and the y coordinate is 200. Let's play with that a bit more. I'm going to make the y coordinate 0. Where do you think we will see the ball? Have a think. Where are we going to see the ball when I run the program? Pause if you want to think about that a bit more. I'm now going to run the program. Are you correct? So the x coordinate, that's the horizontal plane, the horizontal axis. The x coordinate is 275, so this is 0. Somewhere over here is about 100, and this is 275. And the y coordinate is 0. It's still at the very top of the game area. That's 0. Okay? Now what happens if I change the y coordinate to 400? Remember that the height of the game area is 400, and I'm going to set the x coordinate to be 275 and the y coordinate to be 400. Where are we going to see the ball this time? You got it. It's now at the very bottom of the game area. So this is an important aspect of game design, understanding the coordinates of the game area. And just a quick reminder, in Flash, the top left corner has a coordinate of 0, 0. Down here, we're going to have a coordinate of 0, 400. Over here, we're going to have a coordinate of 550, 400. And up here, we're going to have a coordinate of 550, 0. Don't worry if some of that's not making sense to you at the moment. It will as we get used to playing with Flash. Alright, I'm just going to show you another thing before we continue this. Let's just get rid of these windows. Do you remember what I was talking about instance names and that kind of stuff? Let's just have a look at that again. I'm going to pop into my library, going to drag out another ball, and I'm going to give this ball an instance name of ball2. Because this one is ball, I'm going to call this one ball2. In fact, let's rename this one ball1. So this is ball1, and this is ball2. Okay? Now in my code, let's just bring that back. I just need to click into that first frame of my actions layer to bring the code up. Ball1.x equals 275. And ball1.y equals 400. Great. Let's also position ball2. ball2.x equals 0, and ball2.y equals, let's leave it at 400. And let's run the program. Which one is ball 1 and which one is ball 2? Well, ball 1 has an x value of 275, which is over here somewhere, and a y value of 400, which is down here. That's ball 1. And ball 2 has an x value of 0, which is this line here, and a y value of 400. Ooh, that's not right, is it? Ball 1.y, that should be ball 2. That's messed everything up. Let's just change that. Ball 2, let's change that to 200. So this is ball 2. It has an x value of 0 and a y value of 200. So paste the code into an actions layer frame and play around with putting balls into your game area. I have 2 balls at the moment. You can play with as many as you like. Give each ball an instance name and just mess around with coordinates of the balls and see if you can figure out how that works.